Hi, my name's Gail Moody-Byrd, and I'm here to do more Straight Talk from the SAP Community Network. I'm here with 3 active community members who are going to talk to you today about the value of the community, at why they're active, and to encourage some of you out there who know about SCN but who aren't active in the community to join to reap some of the benefits. So again, my name's Gail Moody-Byrd. I'm with the SAP Community Network marketing team, and I'd like each of our guests to introduce themselves before we begin. We'll start with Juan.
Well, I'm Juan Pablo Reyes. I'm a sub-basis consultant, and I have been working as an independent consultant for a while now.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Anuj Behanan. I'm a senior SAP HANA and business intelligence consultant working for Bluefin Solutions, a consulting partner based in the UK. Yeah.
I'm Fred Verheul, and I'm an SAP NetWeaver consultant working for NL for Business, a partner consulting company in the Netherlands.
Okay, thank you. So a wide range of backgrounds, and now let's talk about your experiences with the community. Can you talk a bit about your relationship with the SAP Community Network, when it started, what your involvement is, and the kinds of things that you would like people to know as some background?
All right. I've been involved with the SAP Community Network since 2006, probably, and since then I've been topic lead for 5 years in a row, and then moderator since 2008. So, yeah, I've been around.
Great, great.
Right, I have to be really honest here. I've been an SCN member since 2008, I suppose, but this is really the first year I started contributing, and I'm really happy because within the year itself I was able to get to the SCN topic leader.
In 1 year?
In 1 year's time,
Wow.
yeah.
Amazing.
Even less than 1 year, actually. Yeah, so that's been a great experience for me.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've been involved as a consumer in sub-community network since I think 2005 or so. But got an active only 5 years later, and my main focus within the community network is on the blogs. So I read a lot of blogs, and I've written a few blogs. That's the main thing for me.
Can you talk a little bit more about your transition from consumer of content to creator of content and active participant in the community? Because the thing we hear from people is that journey from consumer to creator is a tough one, and there's lots of anxieties. Talk a little bit about your transition.
I can definitely remember the anxiety, and I was, like I said, I was for 5 years, I think, just a consumer, and comfortable with that role. But then in 2009, I think, I had a discussion, a chat really, with Torsten Frans, SAP mentor, and he encouraged me to write that first blog and contribute, and I said, okay, I promise I will do it. So that was the encouragement I needed. It took me only 10 or 11 months to really produce that first blog, because I didn't have a topic immediately that came to mind that I wanted to write about. Yeah, and it still felt a bit difficult. But when the blog was out, and it was moderation at that time, so when I hit submit for moderation, I had something like, phew, I've done it.
Good.
Yeah, and since then it's gotten easier. So I think the first one is the most difficult, and if you have taken that hurdle, then it's going to be easier and more fun too, I think.
Okay. Anu?
Yeah, in my case, as I said, I was a member of SCN since 2008, but it was only this year that I started with the HANA project for the first time, and then I definitely had to ask a few questions in the SCN community, and that's when I went there and posted a question, got responses, but didn't really get the answer that I was looking for. And then when I've really figured out the answer, went back and posted in there, then I thought maybe I'll go through a few more questions, and then I thought, yeah, I probably know the answer to that, and then contributed, got a point. I said, oh, that looks good. 10 points, that's fine. I contributed another one, and one thing led to another, and then got to the active contributor bronze category, and then a silver category. So that's been inspiring to continue and give and share share more. And more importantly for me, some of these discussions turn from just a question answer thing to becoming more broad brainstorming sessions where people pass ideas and brainstorm on some new cool things. It's been a great learning experience from moving into that.
So a common theme between your two responses is there's usually a personal connection. For you, it was Thorsten. For you, it was finding out that, hey, maybe I can help somebody here and giving back. So it's not simply a technical community, but there's just lots of interaction, which is meaningful and brings people along.
Right.
Juan, how about you?
My story is a bit different, actually. I arrived to SDN looking for information, and I have doubt then, and then I decided to post a question, and it was very kind of early days in SDN, and I was surprised because my question got resolved really quickly, and I was, oh, this works, you know,
in minutes?
Yeah, I say that probably within half an hour I got 2 or 3 answers, and it was great, you know, like it was quality. There was quality in the answers. It was surprising, you know, like so. So actually, I went through the list of threads that, and I saw something that I could recognize, you know, that I was familiar with. So I opened the post and I said, look, this looks something like I can contribute to, you know, like so. I just write the best answer I could, and to surprise, the thread got closed, and I remember it was 10 points or something. I said, that was interesting. So it wasn't immediate, but progressively after then the next 6 months I got to the first threshold, you know, like I remember in those days they used to send you a T-shirt for that. It was quite good. So I just keep going to try to reach the next threshold, and then after a while I was just hooked into it. Yeah, it was exciting. Yeah.
So what was surprising to you was the speed and the quality of the answer.
Yeah, it was much quicker than actually opening an OSS message. The response was pretty good, you know, like, and usually you will get your answers fairly quickly, you know, like, so there was value in it, you know, like, so I liked it.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. So speaking of value, one of the questions that we get is, what's the business value of being active? A lot of people need to justify this to the people that they work with, even to themselves, to say, why am I doing this? What is the value? How can I justify this to my management team? How do you think about the value of the community?
There's value on the, well, I see the value from being active on SDN, giving a kind of a little bit of an edge, you know, like I get to read and research and to read documentations, post blogs about things that are either very hot at the moment or are actually to come, you know, like, so by the time that I actually have to face or give advice to customer or the company that I'm working at the moment, is a lot more instantaneous, or I have a better idea or how to start or where to go, you know. That's the value that I see on it, you know, like it keeps it current even in areas that I'm not really an expert on, or I don't know much about it, you know, but at least you know the concepts, you know, and if you happen to be interested, you can get a lot more documentation within the same site, you know, like, so that's the value that I see on it.
Great. Okay. Thank you. Anush, how about you? You had some interesting perspectives on what it does for your company in terms of thought leadership. So the justification is a little bit different.
Yeah, I've been really fortunate enough to be working for an organization that promotes and values thought leadership, and have some good people to look up to in that matter. For me, I think it works at multiple levels. I think building personal brand, and also, you know, whilst learning new things, it becomes beneficial for the employer as well. I get to contribute much towards the pre-sales opportunities. Even whilst talking to customers, I'm able to talk and pass my knowledge across. So that brings an added value to the employer indirectly. I've also been able to contribute towards sales pitches and stuff that, you know, that comes indirectly out of what I've learned from the SCN community. And also the fact that I've been able to network and build up a personal brand has also, I would think, helped and put together a business value towards the whole thought leadership thing. Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of value to kind of the recognition that you get in terms of your career.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. Fred, you had an interesting answer to the question of business value. Why don't you share that with our viewers?
Well, want to add, because the things that have been said also apply to me.
Yes.
And by the way, I think Bluefin Solutions is doing a great job with this thought leadership.
Yeah.
Another thing that I get out of SEN is the connection with a lot of people. Like I said, my first blog was the most difficult, but when it was finally published and read, and you got nice comments, nice feedback, etc., and that's nice, and you get to connect with these people more, and especially now with the new community network, with the extra social elements, that even enforces even more the interaction between the people that are behind the names and behind the posts.
So for someone who might not know about those new aspects, how does that add value to your experience?
Well, like I said, I get to know people more. I get to know more people. We have more interactions. I can send direct messages. So we have more intimate conversations. These are now possible. And I've been finding myself lately doing a lot of rating, liking, etc.
We love that. That's great.
Yeah, I love it too, and I think everyone should do it, which is not yet the case, but I think it's improving. But that also is feedback you're giving to people about content, and the end result is also that good content gets more recognition, becomes more visible. I think that's good for the whole community network.
So then it really isn't justification by numbers, but it's clear to you that there are benefits. In the long run, there are faster client solutions, more relationships, information that helps you with sales pitches that you'll actually land.
Sure.
So the value is there. It's intrinsic. Quantifying it has been difficult for us as a marketing team to think about, but it's helpful to hear people understand how you think about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So, some parting thoughts. I wonder what kind of advice you might give, what sorts of things you might say to some of the people who are at the event who aren't familiar with the community. We meet a lot of people. They might have some idea of SDN from the past. They haven't been active lately. What kinds of things might you say to encourage someone in closing?
Well, there's very little between being a consumer and a contributor. Is you're a blog away, or an article away, or a post away. It's not really difficult, and it's actually, as Fred said before, it connects you with a lot of people. It really brings benefit. Like I think it's a great tool. It's very easy to become active and you get the benefits out of it. Like you're just a couple of clicks away. That's all.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And how about Fred?
Yeah, I would advise to start small. So maybe if you read a blog and you like it, then like it on SCN, or rate it, or even put a comment in just to say you liked it. That's the first steps you can take, and from there you can go further. Maybe write your own first blog, or go to the discussions and try to answer a few questions. Yeah, I think the rewards will be great, and just start small. That's the basic thing. Yeah.
Okay. And Anush?
Yeah, to just add to the points that have been told already, I think if for many people, including myself, there was this mental block to get started with the whole SEN thing. So if that is what is stopping some people out there from still contributing, look no further. I mean, mine is a great example, because I just started off early this year, and within a span of just a few months, I've been able to contribute more and learn more, and in the process get to the SEN topic leader. So be it discussion contributions or blogs or videos or anything, don't really fear. Just start off, and as I said, after a while you start enjoying the whole process. You'll get to learn things. You can see that your personal brand is coming up, and so it happens. There are a lot of add-ons to the whole thing as well. So yeah, I would just encourage more people to come and join SCN community here.
Well, thank you. Those have been great tips, stories, encouragement for the people who are out there thinking about the community but not yet involved. So I'd like to thank each of you for
Thank you very
coming
much, yeah.
and sharing your time. You all came highly recommended to me as people who would personify good behavior in the community. So thank you for making yourselves available.
Thank you very much.
That's a
Thank you.
wrap here at TechEd Live. If you'd like more information, please come to the SAP Community Network and join us. Follow all of us. We'll get involved in conversations and encourage you to do more. Thank you.